I think one of my favorite aspects of living in this American anti-culture,
Mm-hmm.
because our culture is predominantly based on media.
Yeah.
Like we really don't have much culture outside of borrowing everything that's popular and attributing it to society. But one of my favorite aspects of that is that primes you to be able to be a valuable misfit in society. Because if you can position yourself with an understanding of self
Mm-hmm.
and you can speak to a niche who you really align with and they really align with your message,
Mm-hmm.
you can create subcultures of people and create movements that can actually better our society
Amen.
in different ways here than you can anywhere else in the world.
Yes.
Because a lot of more established cultures, ones that really already know their own values, have their respect systems in place.
Mm-hmm.
Those are going to be harder to go against the mold unless you have already established yourself as a position of authority in whatever niche.
Right.
In the US, we still are able to create our own culture, create our own niche, and especially if that's coming from a sincere level of integrity and respect, you can help shape what this country is going to look like in 50 to 100 years.
Yeah.
But is everybody doing that? Does everybody who really has the passion and the expertise to be that leader, do they have the platform that they need right now? Or do they have limiting beliefs that society has implemented onto them that's actually holding them back from being able to create that culture within our anti-culture?
I mean, I have a buddy of mine who I think has a good message, and he's not excited about sharing that message because he's assuming that he's going to get blocked on YouTube and shadow banned on Instagram and Facebook and everything else. So he's not really interested in trying to put himself out there. I'm like, what? Like, how, you're worried that you might get shadow banned because you you want to open people's minds and get people thinking about things in a different way, uh and you're worried that you're going to be banned or shadow banned, so you're going to do nothing. Like, how does that make any sense?
There's a term for that. It's rejection sensitivity dysphoria. And people who are
Such a
neurodivergent,
fancy name.
absolutely. People who are neurodivergent, especially ADHD, they experience it every day. It
Yeah.
is the perceived rejection before the rejection even happens. And this can happen in relationships, it can happen in careers, it can happen on a personal level where you have already perceived the rejection. And so you don't take any steps to actually move forward with what you want to do.
Right.
Instead of already envisioning what the success is going to look like, knowing that that message isn't going to resonate with everyone. Some people will reject the message, but how many people are you going to meet who accept your message? It's so quick to think about what the absolute most negative thing that can possibly happen. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And even our limbic system is geared towards not going towards that thing that's terrifying, because that's what saved us when there was lions hiding in the grass.
Right.
We are fine-tuned to look for danger.
Mm-hmm.
And there's situations that we don't want to put ourselves in because we perceive danger. But is there real danger in posting a TikTok that maybe a lot of people aren't going to like, but maybe a lot of the people that you do want to connect with are going to like?
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to resonate with your message. That is not a lion. Your TikTok is not a lion, and your paperwork is not a lion. But when you have that somatic fear of the rejection, it can become so crippling.
Mm-hmm.
This is where mindset training really can help you in understanding that that's a perceived rejection. It's not a real rejection.
It's interesting. I mean, I like the way you go about that. My general knee-jerk reaction is, who cares? Like, so what, you're rejected. But I come from a world of acting where rejection is my job. My job is to go and be rejected 99 times before I get a thumbs up, or an approval.
Yep.
And the family that I grew up in, my parents didn't love what I did because I did it. They loved it because it was good. If it wasn't good, they told me and they told me how bad it was and how bad I am. There was no sugarcoating. There was no, oh, we love Michael because no. Like, I had to actually perform. I actually had to, do something right to get praise of any kind. And even that was difficult. So, my mindset and how I come at things, it's like, it hurts, great. So do some more. Like, oh, you're
Yep.
scared? Awesome. Lean into it. Go get more scared. Find out how scared you can get. Like, also rock climbing, that's part of it. It's like, I have a issues with heights. I haven't really figured out exactly what it is, but if I'm up high, it's almost like I feel like I'm coming out of my body or something like that. When I look, it's just like my mind just soars out over the expanse, and it makes my body feel very uneasy. But it's not a vertigo. There's no sickness. It's more euphoric. And it's, if there wasn't like, oh, if I'm not careful, my body's going to fall and probably is not going to live. um if there wasn't a need to protect, it would be the most exciting, exhilarating thing in the world, because it would just be, whew, fly away. So it's I love the way you're coining it and talking about it and framing it. um because as an athlete, you have to see the victory, you have to see the win, if you're going to have it. So I'm all for that, but I'm also all for enjoying the pain and enjoying the fear and reveling in the experience, the anxiety. I had an anxiety attack once. This is maybe 10 years ago. And it was horrible. Like, I thought I was going to die. I tried going outside. I tried laying down. And then finally I was like, well, I guess this is just happening. So I was like, let's just start journaling about it. Because none of the things that I would normally do to alleviate an anxiety attack were working. So, and I started to get some alleviation as I was writing. And I was like, I don't want to come out of it right now, because I'm starting to make friends with this experience. And so I then tried to lean into the anxiety, and instead of writing myself out of it, write myself deeper into it. And it was kind of psychedelic, for lack of a better word. When in doubt, use the word psychedelic, because I kind of feel like it's fits so many different scenarios. Um, But yeah, I mean, I know that's not in everyone's bag of tricks to lean into the pain and lean into the fear and lean into the anxiety and really experience it and feel it. But it can be. And I kind of think it should be, because I think that's who we were, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 years ago. We had to eat, we had to figure it out. And we couldn't afford to be paralyzed, where I feel like now everyone's just paralyzed with fear and anxiety and depression and everything else.
I think a lot of it has to do with, especially over the last 3 generations, when we start to track emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
We're not really taught to feel our emotions. We're not taught to name our emotions. We're not taught to sit with our emotions.
Don't forget to leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and it's the easiest way to support this channel. Want more? Check out this clip or the full episode on our channel. Also, check out our affiliate links. You might find a lot of value from them. Thanks for listening. See you next time.